Thank you for watching KGWN TV.
Wyoming's lone U.S. Representative Liz Cheney has been censured by the state GOP. We break down what that means and have Cheney's statement. Plus, as COVID-19 cases fall in the state, one county is adamant about not missing vaccine appointments. We will tell you why next.
Wyoming News Now starts now.
New tonight, in an overwhelming vote, the Wyoming Republican Party voted to censure Congresswoman Liz Cheney for voting to impeach former President Donald Trump. Good evening, I'm Kayla Dixon. Thank you for joining us tonight. Only 8 of the 74-member state GOP's Central Committee stood to oppose the censure. Darren Smith, a Cheyenne attorney who lost to Representative Cheney in 2016, said we need to honor President Trump and the Republican Party needs to put her on notice. Republican officials said they invited Cheney, but she didn't attend. Representative Cheney won her 3rd term by almost 70% in November of 2020. She now faces at least 2 Republican primary opponents in 2022. A Teton County GOP chair member who opposed the censure said, quote, "Let's resist this infusion of left-wing cancel culture." Well, what does this mean and what can happen now? Putting it simple, nothing can happen. A censure is a formal statement of disapproval. Representative Cheney is still able to run for re-election if she chooses in 2022, and she still has her committees in the U.S. House of Representatives. We did reach out to Congresswoman Liz Cheney for her statement on the censure. Cheney said, quote, "I am honored to represent the people of Wyoming in Congress and will always fight for the issues that matter most to our state." She adds, among these is the defense of our Constitution and the freedoms it guarantees. She goes on to say Wyoming citizens know that this oath does not bend or yield to politics or partisanship. Her full statement is on our website. Well, if you step outside, wrapped up an 8-day virtual session. Grace Folk joins us with a recap.
The Wyoming Legislature's 8-day virtual session wrapped up. We've been covering it since it began on the 27th of January. Friday morning was different than any other day. The legislature didn't have any new bills scheduled for the day. The plan for committees on Friday was to listen to some presentations. The House and Senate finished up business on some bills that had already gone through the separate houses. Essentially, the House and Senate voted on amendments to bills made in the opposite house during the week. Looking back on the past 8 days, there were around 20 bills that passed out of the legislature in the 8-day session. A few of those include a short-time compensation program. The water bill that looked at cloud seeding projects around the state also passed. During the session, the bills that passed had all been sponsored by interim committees. Now the full legislature will be adjourned until March, but some standing committees will meet the week of February 22nd to address some bills. They'll be discussing bills referred to those committees at the end of the 8-day session. When lawmakers meet back at the Capitol in March, they will be addressing the budget and bills sponsored by legislators.
Thank you, Grace, and thank you for keeping us informed the last 8 days of the legislature session. While most people have their minds set on football this weekend, Fat Boys Tire and Auto combined the best of both worlds by co-hosting a local puppy bowl this morning.
This is our Smooch a Pooch event, and we are supporting a great local organization, Yola's Pet Rescue. These people are amazing. They rescue stray cats and dogs from the Wind River Indian Reservation, and they find them homes.
Not only were people able to watch the puppy bowl, but they were able to adopt the puppies this morning. Fat Boy said although this is their first Smooch a Pooch event, they would like to do more events like this in the future. Fat Boys is always looking to get involved in the community and was more than happy to host this event. Janet Merschner, founder of Yola's Pet Rescue, said there are always animals looking for forever homes. If adoption isn't an option, Yola's also accepts non-perishable bags of dog food and cat food, as well as monetary donations. Cheyenne's East High School will be taking on Triumph High School to see who can donate the most blood with Vitalant. During the next 2 weeks, community members, parents, and students in Cheyenne can donate blood for the 13th annual Premier Bone and Joint Center High School Blood Drive Challenge. Vitalant said due to COVID-19, more than 14,000 blood drives have been canceled, which represents 364,000 uncollected donations. During last year's challenge, Vitalant collected a total of 1,421 units of blood, which helped save the lives of more than 4,000 patients. To represent East High, you can donate blood from February 9th to the 13th, and to represent Triumph, you can donate between February 16th and the 20th. Well, we have finally hit below 1,000 active cases of coronavirus. The Wyoming Department of Health is reporting 976 active cases. Since the start of the pandemic, nearly 45,000 people have been diagnosed with COVID-19, with 43,000 recovered. WDH reports 624 deaths, and if you look at the graph on your screen, you'll see cases have been yo-yoing for about a month now. Teton County saw the biggest increase with 13 new cases since yesterday, bringing the number of active to 182. Albany County has 25 active cases, Laramie County has 49, and Natrona has 86 active cases. As for hospitalizations in the state, Wyoming is seeing a fall from last weekend. There are currently 44 people in the hospital with COVID-19. Majority of those hospitalized are in Laramie County, with 20 people in Laramie County in the hospitals, with 16 in the ICU. And in Natrona County, 4 people are in Wyoming Medical Center with COVID-19. As the state moved to the next phase of distributing vaccines, those at the Cheyenne-Laramie County Health Department say things are moving along smoothly. Kathy Emmons, the executive director of the county health department, says though scheduling has been a bit of a challenge, she feels they've been doing a great job, especially with having to schedule first and second doses. She also wants to remind people of the importance of making it to your appointment, or at least letting them know if you can't make it so no doses go to waste.
It really is critical that everybody who's registered get those doses. Plus, it's important to finish out your immunization process. We know that you are immunized partially with 1 dose, but not fully until you get your 2nd dose. So we want to make sure everybody gets that 2nd dose and that, again, there's no waste.
Despite the fact that there is only a limited amount of time to get the vaccine in people's arms once it is thawed, Emmons is proud of her staff because she says in 6 weeks of giving out vaccinations, they've only lost 1 dose. Well, now as we head to break, on your screen are locations in Laramie County and Natrona County that are giving the vaccine out to the current phase. All locations are by appointment only.